What's going on? CG Infinite here, G presenting. Right now I've got two videos I have saved on my system to show off. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of my equipment set up. I wasn't recording. The typical I should have been on it, because these are pretty good in my opinion, at least. So go ahead and go get into this one. We were already pre-looted up, searching around for anyone who dared to cross our path, or at least my sight line. And we knew Fragment was the place to go, especially with a care package dropping nearby. Someone would be on the hunt, and today we would be the predators.
Someone traveled through here recently.
Slowly buying our time. I was slowly biding our time. And knowing that Ash was almost knocked just from that, really put in perspective how bad this squad was going to be.
Scanning the area.
Shields are depleted. Recharging.
Recharging my shields.
I have a subject in view, right here.
The squad on the high rise was giving us no quarter, no room to work. And little did we know, that second squad was coming back around.
I'm under fire. Reloading.
A quick swap on the scope, mainly because I cannot aim with basic iron sights with the bow.
Reloading.
Recharging my shields.
Recharging shields.
Thinking I had a chance to flank them if they didn't see me coming. Ran up, not expecting them to climb on top of the crate. With two knocked and no health, I had a choice: either fight or get back. And with a full squad wipe, fighting was the choice.
Impressive kill.
Which I completely forgot about the people on the high rise. A small bit of defensive cover for my teammates.
Administering medical aid.
Recharging shield.
And now I was curious. Whoever was shooting at us was using a bow, and I had a bow. I wanted to know who was the better archer.
Taking fire.
Scanning the area.
And Ash was trying to help me see who was the better archer. And Bloodhound said he would help as well.
Healing.
Subject damaged. Taking fire. I've wounded them.
Shield battery here.
But at the end of the day, I'm not the one stepping back because I had my shields cracked.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Taking fire.
Okay, I'm taking a step back because I had my shields cracked.
On high.
Recharging shield.
Didn't even get the batteries that I wanted.
Recharging shields. The champion administering medical aid.
Taking fire. Recharging shields.
This team thought that they could flank,
Enemy far off.
and we were prepared to show them they were dead wrong.
Healing my wounds.
Spotted one. Distant.
Marked my next location.
Someone traveled through here recently.
Because as I've learned, there's no such thing as too many syringes or cells, especially when you only have one battery on you.
Marked my next location.
Yes.
We're close to the ring. We have 1 minute.
Beware. My ultimate is ready.
A quick check around to see if there's any squads on us, any up top,
Repairing damages.
because every sniper in the world loves to be positioned up there. And like always, there's always someone positioned up there.
Half a minute. Ring is
Concerned with the squad might try to run behind us, I opted to booby trap the area just a little bit. One in the open and one behind a rock. They'd be more concerned about one than the other.
got them.
Fully prepared to take on this squad. We were not prepared for right behind us.
Subject spotted. There.
Lifeline calling down a pack. No, it was worse. They were ready to res.
Spotted one.
Delivering care package. Care package.
We're being attacked by two different squads. Firing on subjects.
They can't favor my aim today.
They were not missing, and I was fully prepared to use every trick I had to run away.
Recharging my shields.
Hopefully this would buy me just enough time to prepare for the fight, especially with the storm right behind them.
Enemy far off.
Charging up the ult, knowing that they would be on the way.
I am taking fire. Scanning the
But with Bloodhound scanned, notifying me one was on their way, it was easy to take them down. A nosy little Octane in the window was a problem, but easy to deal with. He didn't want to be in the storm any more than we did. Or did he? So I opted to let him stay in the storm. Seeing how this was going, and that Ash couldn't get the victory, I opted for it myself.
Death will have to wait.
And just like that, not only was I the kill leader, but I was the only hope for this squad.
We are on the same team.
Putting the Phoenix into use.
Shields are recharging.
Knockdown. Evo shield. Backpack here. Level 4.
I am trained using a Phoenix kit.
Now, of course, with the opportunity for a gold backpack that my partner already had one, well, who's going to pass up the opportunity?
1 minute until the nearby ring closes. Administering medical aid.
Especially not knowing if I would be the one having set up traps and be the one rezzing.
Recharging shields.
Target acquired. There.
While usually not optimal,
Very well.
I didn't care about optimability. Being able to take a little bit more damage was more preferred.
30 seconds. We're close. seconds remain. Their aim is
4 squads left, 2 squads fighting each other in close quarters.
Got them.
Star out. Opening fire.
With a Loba ult going off, I knew what I had to do. I had to remind them that they are the dependent variable on how many bullets they're going to take.
breathe it in.
And knowing that someone was inside one of my gas, I couldn't easily let them get away.
Target pinpointed.
Ignoring me flicking this bow with every bit of everything in my system and missing all my shots, or the fact that I'm literally 1 bullet away from being sent back to the lobby because of my so little trust in my squad mates. Ignoring the one that got the Watson.
Deploying a heat shield.
Just for note, I forgot that I used my ultimate accelerant already. Therefore, I was looking for it in my inventory, remembering I had used it, and then thinking, I'm not going to get my ult back before we have to fight this last squad. Oh well.
Enemy spotted. The ring's close. 45.
Taking a moment to heal.
Seconds. We are close.
Now, of course, my squad mates have been struggling thus far. But this enemy team, the final team, was smarter than I would have liked. They actually had spread themselves out amongst the circle,
10 seconds remain.
making us having to divide our attention.
Moving here. Follow me.
Especially not knowing how many had stayed at the bridge and how many had flanked off to our side only made this more dangerous.
The ring is moving, fellow fighters. No one is inside. Let's go this way.
Taking fire.
Especially with us allotting them to have the high ground, I only hope that they wouldn't follow.
Care package over here.
And with the care package, I hope for a Spitfire, a Kraber.
Gas trap deployed.
But what was it they had passed over? Well, G7 over the bow at this point. The bow had served me well, but final fight. Double tap on the G7. 2 headshots. Might be just enough to give us the advantage.
Recharging shields.
Marking our surroundings.
Deploying therapy. Grenade.
Tearing away.
Luckily, Ash had perfectly used her ult, and I was ready to gas anyone who came in our direction.
We're close to the ring. We have
But as a true Caustic main, I decided to gas an already down player.
Gas cloud deployed.
And completely miss all of my 301 shots. And with that 1 bullet hitting Rampart, I knew that this was over.
Down the hostile, Scotty.
Now with only their partner left. Not even having enough time to pop off Sheila. This was an easy victory.
You are the Apex champions.
8 kills, 1 assist, 3 revives. But this was only the first of 2 videos, so let's get into the second one. So far in most matches we've run, first ring closing usually leaves about half squads left. Me and C have actually run a couple matches where, amazingly, before the first round closed, it was down to final 3 squads. First round wasn't even done with yet. And we were like, where is everybody? Where was all this fighting going down at? We're almost final 2 squads and we've seen no one. We still have white shields. We have no attachments on our guns. We barely have ammo. And one of the main things on this was we ended up splitting up. For whatever reason, Mirage decided to go a completely different way. He really wanted to go loot that vault. And in my mind, I was like, if he... Yeah, that right there. If he were to get beamed, it's on him. He decided to run away from squad. And there was nothing in this care package, so it wasn't worth it anyway. So now it was on us to catch up to Mirage before he got killed. After, of course, looting this. How I did that, I will never know, because that rock is not 1,000 meters away. It's got to be some kind of glitch that lets you like people's hollows through walls, which only makes them more effective at scouting around. If someone marks in that direction, someone likes it, you know someone's coming from that direction. They're saying, hey, let's move here. They accidentally like it. Okay, now they're moving in that direction towards it. Or they're thinking that there's a squad there and you can loop around. I've played with teammates that do stuff like this, and at first I had no clue what they were doing. I thought they were just throwing them because they had them and they wanted to show them off. It wasn't until later I realized they're a good scouting tool for when you're being aimed at. Hey, where are they at? Where are they at? You get pinged. They ping that and like it. You know someone's looking at you. Small things I never noticed before were starting to come up, and I'm just amazed the more and more I learn.
We get some good news. We're in the next ring.
Thank you.
Which was tempting for me to take, but I did not want to refill those shields. Especially not knowing where the nearest squad was that we got to fight. Because whoever was after Mirage apparently didn't give proper chase because he was behind us. Little did I know Mirage was still looting.
I'm getting shot. Making contact with enemy. Making contact with enemy.
Morally, I was wondering when after she was pinged and what initially might have been by herself, why my squad didn't pull up with me. But then I just realized that I'm stupid.
Give me my shields to read. Calling the airstrike. Give me my shields to reach out.
Hoping that he can clutch this. Hoping that I can clutch this.
One down. I got everything under control. No good. I've been down.
Knowing that my teammates have seen that she has a gold knock.
Enemy reviving over here.
Literally reviving next to us, they preferred to res me instead of killing her while she was mid-res. Luckily, she didn't attempt to shoot. She wanted to run. But they didn't lead to anything but me still getting shot again.
Close. 45 seconds. Took down another.
Now, honestly, where Bangalore had been that whole time that we were fighting the rest of her squad mates, I'll never know. And I want it to be noted that I clicked for the shields first, but ended up picking up the knockdown shield, and then had to re-click the shields again. And just like that, the squad was eliminated. We were free to loot. My door just flung open with no one behind it.
Body shield here, level 4. Gotta hop up here. Turbocharger. Recharging shields.
Which I honestly felt too bad for him because I also needed light ammo. And I was going to take those gold shields. But not today. Now with a total of 5 squads left, 4 to fight against. I was more concerned that someone might have been here. But luckily there was already a squad fighting. No gunshots to be heard nearby. It meant we were fine for the moment. I could watch down this bridge to make sure nobody was running by, while the rest of my squad healed themselves up. I didn't notice that till now that Caustic was 3 feet in the ground with his head poking out. But more importantly, he was knocked. It was a purple death box, which means no gold knockdown. Where was your partner? Easily eliminated. Whole squad down. Terrible that they decided to run through the storm right behind us. But I guess they thought going through the cave might have been the worst possible option. Turned out the worst possible option was to run up on us. Maybe he thought that running through the cave was the worst possible option, but it turned out that his worst possible option was running up on us. And with that, there were only 3 squads left. More concerning was, where were the other 2 squads? And all I could think was, are they going to run out of this same storm right here? Are they really going to walk up on us through the storm? Well, there was honestly no telling, but the way things were going currently, they could have.
Thanks.
The gods will bless us both this day. I think it's time to make my move right here.
Movement in progress.
Some good news. We're in the next ring.
Kill leader
Get
eliminated.
ready. We only have 1 squad left. Care package on
Where this fighting had gone, there's no clue. No gunshots were heard. More importantly, next care package was dropping next to us, and all I could hope for was a Kraber, or even a Spitfire. Not only the game changer, but possibly the game ender. While my squad pushed forward to hunt them, I was waiting on this care package. And unfortunately, they had already been found.
focusing my vision on that spot. Firing.
But I took the risk, possibly with a Kraber, in the high ground. I could change the tides. Alt and air is always good too. Let's go.
Give my shields a recharge.
More hoping that Mirage doesn't get knocked. Right now, they're possibly thinking it's a 3v2.
Bamboozles for the fools, Zoozles. Target.
Raining down some destruction.
Now, I thought they were moving up towards me, but they were moving around the other side. I had the chance to get them as they couldn't come around. One. Two.
Or just one.
I could run circles around you all day.
Now 2v1 against Noctane.
You are the Apex champions.
Now the most unbelievable part was this was the first match of the day. Every match after this, loss after loss, being sent back to the lobby. But the first match led me to a victory. And I didn't record it. So I had to save it. Just to show it off, show what can happen in the initial day. It can go from constant losses to a win, or you can start with a win, go into constant losses. Losses all day, but you're having fun. That's what you're always looking for. And the most fun I can have is everyone enjoying watching this, finding some minimal enjoyment out of this. I mean, mostly the two squads, well, squad and solo, running out of the storm was the most interesting thing of this, because I would have thought the one solo possibly heard the shooting or saw that one person walk around the corner, saw the bullets flying past them. Nothing. They just walked up. They said, I'm done. I've had enough. Get me out of here. And we were happy to do it. So, thank you all for watching. You enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment, check all that out. We're just getting started, slowly revving up into more and more, and hope that you're all enjoying what content we have to put out. And hopefully we'll have even more later on, but for right now it's just going to be minimum stuff. So until the next one, I'm out.